So now we are going to discuss about a equivalence relation. So a relation, that is R is some relation. So this R is when we say that this R is a equivalence relation. So if it is a reflexive, so if it is the reflexive relation and it is symmetric relation and it is transitive. So a relation is symmetric, reflexive and transitive. So then we can call it as a equivalence relation. So here the reflexive relation means you know that that is x comma x belongs to x comma x belong x comma x belongs to R. Okay, so this is for the reflexive. That means the self-proof. Okay, and coming to the symmetric property, symmetric relation x comma y belongs to R. So therefore, y comma x is also belongs to R. That means if x comma y belongs to R, then y comma x is also belongs to R. And transitive relation means x comma y belongs to R as well as y comma z belongs to R. Then x comma z belongs to x comma z belongs to that is R. Okay. Now here, suppose if any relation satisfies these three properties, then the relation is called as a equivalence relation. So, for example, suppose equal to is there. So, this equal to on R. So, this is what the you can check whether it is a reflexive, whether it is reflexive or whether it is symmetric or whether it is transitive. So, if all these three are satisfied, this is the equivalence relation. Suppose here you can observe A equal to, that means here A equal to A. So for all A belongs to R. For all A belongs to R. That means for all A belongs to R. This is what are some natural numbers. Okay. And suppose A equal to B and B equal to A. For all A comma B belongs to A. Suppose this is a relation. Equal to is a relation on A. Okay, A equal to A. Suppose A means here 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, here if it is A equal to A, this is the symmetric. So here A equal to B and B equal to A, this is what this is the reflexive and this is what symmetric. And A equal to B, then B equal to C. Therefore, automatic ఏమవుతుంది A equal to C. So here for all A, B, C belongs to A. Okay. Suppose you can observe here one more example that is greater than or equal to. So this greater than or equal to A greater than or equal to A. So this is what the reflexive property relation. And A greater than or equal to B, A greater than or equal to B and B greater than or equal to A. So this is wrong. Okay. So this is not symmetric. So this is not symmetric. This is not symmetric. Okay. This is what and ఇది symmetric అవ్వాలి అంటే ఏమవుతుంది A comma B belongs to, that means if it is a symmetric, A comma B belongs to R, B comma A belongs to R. So suppose you can define some relation between these two elements that is greater than or equal to, this is not possible. That's why not symmetric. Then next, suppose here A greater than or equal to B, B greater than or equal to C. So therefore automatically A greater than or equal to C. So it satisfies the transitive relation. So but it is not symmetric. So in this case, this is not a equivalence relation. So this is only equivalence relation. So this is not equivalence relation. Okay. So here that means if any relation satisfies these three properties, then this is a equivalence. So here equal to on some equal to is That is equal to is follows the equivalence relation, whereas greater than or equal to not satisfies the symmetric property, so that this is not the equivalence relation. Here, suppose you can observe one more example, that is pi. Suppose another example here, pi. So since pi is an empty set, so this is what, and this is a empty set. Pi is nothing but empty set. So the relation represented by pi is not reflexive. So pi is not reflexive. So we need not to check the symmetric and transitive. So first time manaki idi pi anedi empty set. So idi empty set enti manaki not reflexive. So ఒకటన్నా మనకి a comma a belongs to R. Suppose some one pair is exists. So then only that is a reflexive అవుతుంది. So ఇక్కడ pi, this is the empty set. So that pi is not a reflexive. So you need not go to symmetric as well as transitive. అంటే ఈక్వివాలెన్స్ చెక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ ఫెయిల్ అయింది అనుకోండి, సో సిమెట్రిక్ అండ్ ట్రాన్సిటివ్ చెక్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సో నెక్స్ట్ రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ అండ్ సిమెట్రిక్ సాటిస్ఫై ఒకరు చేస్తే దెన్ గో టు ట్రాన్సిటివ్. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ సిమెట్రిక్, సో ట్రాన్సిటివ్ చెక్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సో ఎప్పుడు చెక్ చేస్తాము ట్రాన్సిటివ్ అంటే, సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ద రిలేషన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ సిమెట్రిక్ and it is a reflexive, it is not symmetric and it is transitive. So then this is called as a partial order relation. So this is what the partial order relation. అప్పుడు మాత్రం మనం కంపల్సరీ అంటే రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ కాకపోతే, సో దెన్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఎ ఈక్వివాలెన్స్ రిలేషన్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ పార్షియల్ ఆర్డర్ రిలేషన్. అందుకోసమని ఎప్పుడైతే మనకి నాట్ రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ అవుతుందో, సో దెన్ యూ నీడ్ నాట్ చెక్ వెదర్ దట్ ఈస్ ద సిమెట్రిక్ ఆర్ వెదర్ దట్ ఈస్ ద ట్రాన్సిటివ్. But if it is reflexive and if it is not symmetric, there is a chance that is a transitive, then the relation is in partial order relation. So that compulsory ikkada manaki check cheyalsi untundi. So before discussing this partial order relation, first we are discuss about properties regarding this equivalence relation. So equivalence relation paina properties student. So first property is smallest equivalence relation. Smallest equivalence relation ఏంటండి? That is first smallest equivalence relation. Smallest equivalence relation is A. So this is nothing but reflexive relation on set A. Okay. So to be an equivalence relation, the relation has to be reflexive relation. And this is the symbol for reflexive relation. Okay. So smallest equivalence relation enti ante that is a reflexive relation. That means this reflexive relation equal to x comma x where x belongs to A. So here smallest, how many number of are there? That means n elements. N elements means what? And suppose here A equal to 1, 2, 3. How many reflexive pairs are exist here? That is 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. So that మనకి ఎన్ని possibilities ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ? That is n number of elements. Here this is, here whenever we can say that this is what the first one is a reflexive. Okay, it is what the reflexive. Then ఎందుకు దీన్ని మనం smallest equivalence relation అంటున్నాము అంటే, it satisfies a reflexive and it also satisfies the symmetric. So symmetric means what andi? X relates to x, then this x relates to this one also. So ikkada symmetric kuda satisfy avutundi. Then x relates to x, again x relates to x, then this x is relates to this one. So here it satisfies the transitive also. That means 1 comma 1 undi. So ikkada again 1 comma 1 means written lo kuda manaki em avutundi, reverse rasina kuda, that is x comma y, y comma z x undi. So ee rendu satisfy cheste manaki em symmetric avutundi. So ee rendu unnai kabatti this is a symmetric. 1 comma 1 is there, so automatic em avutundi transitive. Ante రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ అవుతే అంటే ఈ స్మాలెస్ట్, అంటే మనం ఆల్ పాసిబిలిటీస్ చెప్పట్లేదు, స్మాలెస్ట్ కేసులో చెప్తున్నా. that is contains only this type. This relation R is here. Now this R is what? Equivalence relation. Okay. So the next, how many largest equivalence relation is what? Next property, largest equivalence relation. Largest equivalence relation equal to A cross A. That is because it contains all pairs, therefore its size is n square. Suppose here 1, 2, 3 is there. So how many A class A contains how many maximum pairs n untayandi? That is maximum pairs is here the size. The cardinality of this set is 3. Okay. So ikkada manaki em untayi manaki 3 into 3, 3 square. That means total pairs chudandi here. Cartesian product lo suppose 1 comma and here. So ఇక్కడ నేను Cartesian product రాస్తున్నాను. So 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 3. Next 2 comma 1, 2 2, 2 3 and 3 1, 3 2. Next 3 3. So how many pairs are there here? Total 9 pairs. So that what and this is? This means what and how many total pairs are there here? 3 square. Suppose if A equal to n, general ga A equal to n, then how many total pairs are there? Maximum pairs n square. Suppose you can observe here, this is a reflexive. So here it is satisfies the reflexive property or reflexive relation, and it also satisfies 1 comma 2 as well as 2 comma 1. Okay, this is the symmetric. So you can take any one, 1 comma 3, here 3 comma 1. Okay, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1. So symmetric is also satisfied. And coming to transitive, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2. So 1 2 is also exist here. Okay, coming to this 1 1 2 2 3. Okay, so 1 2 1 1 is exist. Next 1 2 is exist. 1 3 is exist. So that transitive is also satisfied. That means maximum largest equivalence relation contains how many pairs? That is n square pairs. So this is the third property for equivalence relation. And third smallest equivalence is the reflexive only, that is n, and largest is what? N square. And third point is, so here R equal to x comma y, where x minus y is an integer, for all x comma y belongs to R. So ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే మనకి ఏమవుతుందండి, x minus x equal to 0. This is the integer. So that reflexive is satisfied. Then coming to the transitive, you can observe here the transitive property. X minus y equal to, you can observe some integer. Y minus z, you can observe some integer. Okay. So here x minus y minus of y z. So here you can observe here what is this? Sorry, నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నాను, x మైనస్ ఆఫ్ మైనస్ 5 చేస్తున్నాను. అంటే ఇవి ఏం చేయాలి, మనకి ఏమవుతాయి ఇక్కడ i minus j something. So here x minus y equal to i, y minus this one. So ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నానంటే, here x minus z equal to, I am observe here some k. So this k equal to ఏమవుతుందండి మనకి i plus j. Both of these two values out. Again this is also integer, this is integer, this is integer. So then it satisfies what and the transitive property. So one more is x relates to y. Here x relates to y, x minus y. So this is some integer, y minus x, this is also another integer. Both of these two are integers. Okay, both of these two are integers. Now it is also, it is what and it. So here it satisfies the symmetric property. So then x comma y, x minus y is an integer for all x minus y, x comma y belongs to R. So ఈ రిలేషన్ లో కూడా మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ సిమెట్రిక్ అవుతుంది. అలాగే యూ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ వన్ మోర్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్ డివైడెడ్ బై వై. డివైడ్స్ లో కూడా మైనస్ లో ఈక్వివాలెన్స్ రిలేషన్, డివైడ్ లో కూడా మనకి ఈక్వివాలెన్స్ రిలేషన్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఫోర్ ప్రాపర్టీస్. That is, first one is smallest equivalence relation contain how many number of pairs? That is the n number of pairs, reflexive only. Whereas coming to largest equivalence relation contains n square pairs. So here this is, if it is x comma y, this is what x comma y, x minus y is an integer. It is also this x minus y అనేది కూడా మనకి ఏంటి, equivalence relation. So in this case, suppose you can observe x comma x divides by y. So in this x divides by here, this also satisfies reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, so this is about the equivalence relation. So now we are going to discuss about another relation, that is the partial order relation. What is the partial order relation? Partial order relation. So this partial order relation means here, so a relation is called as a partial order relation if it is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. That is, it is a reflexive and antisymmetric antisymmetric. The next one more is transitive. Transitive. Okay, what is the reflexive? That is, here suppose మనం previous case చూసాం, there is equivalence relation లో less than or equal to is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Okay, and greater than or equal to is also not symmetric. Suppose you can observe here, there is less than or equal to on less than or equal to on some a. So this is a not equivalence relation because it was not symmetric. So now check whether it is a partial order relation or not. So first you can check whether it is a reflexive or not. That is, a less than or equal to a for all a belongs to a. So here a is nothing but some natural number. Otherwise, suppose n, some natural numbers. And the next antisymmetry. That is, a less than or equal to b, b less than or equal to a, then a equal to b. So ఈ కేస్ లో మట్టికే మనకి ఇది satisfy అవుతుంది. So other than this, this is not possible. So here what is the antisymmetric relation? X comma y, that is antisymmetric relation nothing but here x comma y belongs to R as well as here I am writing y comma x. So y comma x, here x comma y belongs to R here and x equal to y. So then only this is antisymmetric. This is what? Antisymmetric. Suppose what is the symmetric? That is y comma x, x comma y belongs to R only. So this is, there is no particular relation x equal to y. So ఇది సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తే యాంటీసిమెట్రిక్ అవుతుంది. ఇది సాటిస్ఫై ఇది లేదు అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ సిమెట్రిక్. అంటే మనకి ఈ ప్రాపర్టీ సాటిస్ఫై చేయాలి అంటే ఎప్పుడు పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటుంది మనకి, 2 less than equal to 2, 2 less than equal to 2, then only it is possible. Okay, here this is b, this is a equal to b, ఇక్కడ మాత్రమే మనకి ఇది పాసిబుల్ అవుతుంది, అదర్వైజ్ దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. Okay, this is called as an antisymmetric relation. And coming to the transitive, that is, you know that a less than equal to b, b less than equal to c, automatically a less than equal to c. Okay, so therefore here this is not a symmetric, this is what? Antisymmetric. Therefore Here less than or equal to is what అండి? Partial order. This is what the partial order relation. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది మనకి
మ్యామ్
partial order.
స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవ్వట్లేదు మ్యామ్.
అవునా? అందరికీ అవ్వట్లేదా?
యా మ్యామ్ జస్ట్ నో ఇప్పుడే మేడం.
ఆటోమేటిక్ గా పోయింది. ఇప్పుడు షేర్ అవుతుందా?
యా మ్యామ్.
Okay. So see here, partial order relation means it satisfies a reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive. Okay, then only this is a partial order relation. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ మనకి అదే ఈక్వివాలెన్స్ రిలేషన్ చెక్ చేసినప్పుడు రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ కాకపోతే నీడ్ నాట్ గో టు సిమెట్రిక్ అండ్ ట్రాన్సిటివ్. సో ఒకవేళ పార్షియల్ ఆర్డర్ చెక్ చేయమన్నారు అనుకోండి, సో అప్పుడు రిఫ్లెక్సివ్ చెక్ చేస్తాం, దెన్ యాంటీసిమెట్రిక్ చెక్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, సో ఆటోమేటిక్గా మనకి యాంటీసిమెట్రిక్ చెక్ చేస్తున్నాము అంటే పార్షియల్ ఆర్డర్కి వెళ్తుంది, ఎందుకంటే అది ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఇట్ సాటిస్ఫైస్ ద ట్రాన్సిటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఆల్సో. Okay, so here this less than or equal to or greater than or equal to is what? That is not a total order. And equivalence relation means it satisfies a reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Then equivalence and sometimes it's called as a total order relation also. Whereas here, suppose it is symmetric property satisfy cheyadu kabatti, so it is called as a partial order. Only these two, not symmetric. So that's why this is a partial order relation. So this partial order relation, so one more example for partial order relation, here that is a subset or equal to. Okay, subset or equal to. So this is also partial order relation. This is also partial order relation. Because symmetric does not hold. That is symmetric does not hold means what? A subset or equal to B. Then B subset or equal to A. This is not. This is wrong. So here B superset of A, but not subset of A. A is subset or equal to B. B is superset of A. This is not satisfied. So ikkada em avutundi manaki? This is not symmetric. So that this is a partial order relation. So enti ante chudandi. So first reflexive chudandi. Here it satisfies a reflexive property subset or equal to, that is A subset or equal to A S. Okay, for all A belongs to S. So here S is nothing but set of sets. Here S is nothing but set of sets. And antisymmetric. Antisymmetric. Here A subset or equal to B and B subset or equal to A. So then when it is possible A equal to B only. A equal to B. That means suppose this is set A and one more set that is overlapped with this A. Now that is the B. This A and B are overlapping sets. Suppose here the set is like this. So this is what A, this is what B. A is subset of B antam. Suppose ikkada ila icham anukondi, overlapping antam. A and B both are same, overlapping sets antam. Okay, so this is what the antisymmetric. And third one is A subset or equal to B, B subset or equal to C. See here, this is what A is subset or equal to B, B is subset or equal to C. So automatically this A is subset or equal to this C. Okay, so here this is what equivalence. Suppose me figure draw chesaru anukondi. See here, that is partial order diagrammatic notation lo chudandi. Here A equal to A, B, C. So how many possible sets are there andi? Ikkada any possible sets untayi manaki? Nothing but power set. Okay, power set is power set, that means set of sets. So ee elements ni base cheskoni how many possible sets manam ivvachu? 5. A, B, C. ఎన్ని ఉంటాయండి టోటల్? మర్చిపోయారా లేకపోతే ఎందుకులే అని చెప్పట్లేరా? అంతేనా? Power set contains how many number of sets అండి? 2 to the power of 3, or it contains n. The cardinality of the set is n. Power set contains 2 to the power of n elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now subset relation రాస్తున్నాం చూడండి. A, B, C. So this దీన్ని మనం డయాగ్రామాటిక్ అంటే పార్షియల్ ఆర్డర్, ఆల్ పార్షియల్ ఆర్డర్స్ ని మనం డయాగ్రామాటిక్ నొటేషన్ లో రిప్రజెంట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేయొచ్చు అంటే హియర్ ఏబి, హియర్ ఏసి, హియర్ ఏబి, సారీ బిఏ, isn't it? BA. Sorry. Here BC, here AC. Okay. Now A is one set and B is another set, C is another set, and pi is also another set. Okay. This pi is subset of A, pi is subset of B, pi is subset of C, and this pi is also subset of this one. Okay. And pi is also subset of this one, and pi is also subset of this one. Next, pi is also subset of here also. Okay. And A is subset of this one. A is subset of this one, and this is also subset of this one. And B is subset of B comma C. Okay, C is subset of here, and this is subset of this one. This is subset of this one. This is subset of this one, and this B is subset of this also, and this C is also subset of this one. Okay, so this is what the this type of diagram is called as host diagram. This is called as host diagram. So ఈ type of diagrams ని so simplify చేయాలి అంటే that is diagrammatic way to represent a partial order relation. This is a partial order relation ని diagrammatic representation లో చెప్తున్నాం. సో ఇక్కడ సింపుల్ గా partial order relation ని diagrammatic లో represent చేసినప్పుడు now simplify the diagram. So while simplifying, omit all loops, and one more thing, a comma b is also subset or equal to a comma b. A is also subset of this one, and b is also subset of. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటి self loops is also there. అంటే subset or equal to relation చెప్తున్నప్పుడు self loops కూడా ఉంటాయి. This is a self loops. So first అంటే సింప్లిఫై చేయాలి. దిస్ ఈస్ సింప్లిఫై చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి అంటే omit the self loops. Next point, transitive. That means assume that all arrows point upwards. So అంటే మనకి arrows ఎప్పుడు కూడా upwards ఏ ఉండాలి. That means this is upward. Okay, here like this upward points ఉండాలి. Next, so one last, skip all arrows that can be inferred using transitivity. అంటే ట్రాన్సివిటీ రిలేషన్షిప్ అంటే ఇక్కడ మీకు ఏవైతే డాష్ లో చూపిస్తున్నానో ఇదంతా కూడా ట్రాన్సివిటీ రిలేషన్. సో యాక్చువల్ గా ఇలా ఇవ్వాలి. సో బట్ ఇది ట్రాన్సిటివ్ అని చెప్పడానికి మనం డాష్ లో ఇచ్చాం. దట్ మీన్స్ హియర్ స్కిప్ ట్రాన్సివిటీ రిలేషన్, స్కిప్ ట్రాన్సివిటీ రిలేషన్. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, సో నౌ దట్ సింపుల్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as host డయాగ్రామ్. సో ఇప్పుడు చూడండి డయాగ్రామ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది. హియర్ పై ఈస్ సమ్ set and B is some set and C is other set, A comma B is some set and B comma C is some set, A comma B is also another set. Now A, B, C. So here this is subset of this one and this is subset of this one, this is subset of this one, and this A is subset of A comma B, B is subset of B comma C, C is sorry here this is not the subset of this C. Okay, so this C is subset of this one and B is subset of this one, this B is subset of this one, and here this is subset of this one. Okay, A is here and this, and B is here and here, and this C is here, and one more is a comma b I am writing here the
మ్యామ్
second
ఏసీ ర్యాక్
rasa ipu rasanu. Okay, one minute. This is okay. Now A is subset of AB as well as AC. B is subset of AB as well as BC. C is subset of BC as well as AC. Now AB is subset of here and BC is also subset of here. This is also subset of. So now automatic game on this is here self loops are omitted as well as all upward arrows as well as skip the transitive like this. So this is what here I am skipping. That is, this is what I am skipping. That means from this empty set is subset of C, C is subset of AC. So automatically this pi is subset of this AC. So this transitive is not represented here. Skip this transitive relation. So this is called a simplified form of partial order relation, or this is called as a host diagram. Okay. So this is about the partial order relation and equivalence relation. So now we are going to discuss about functions concept. So what is the function? Function means what? Suppose see here 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. This is function. ఇది function అవుతుందమ్మా?
నో మ్యామ్
It is not function. Suppose I am writing like this. Now it is
ఎస్ మ్యామ్
it is function. So this is the function. This is not function. Okay, means here how we are defining define this one. Here function ఎలా define చేస్తాం?
Every domain has image, ma'am.
Every domain के image
Image
అనేది
undala.
ఉండాలి. So then we say that there is a function. Means a function is a unique value relation. Here a function is a unique value relation. This is what the unique value relation. Here f of x, this f of x is nothing but what? This is what the image. Image, and every image should be unique. Every image should be unique. So ఈ కేసులో జస్ట్ దీన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం? రిలేషన్ అంటాం. Here this is the what? Function. Okay. Now that is 1 minute. Here formal definition of function is here a and b are Here the formal definition for function is, here A and B are two non-empty sets. Here A and B are non-empty sets. Non-empty sets. And F is a relation from A to B. Here F is a relation from A to B. So here each element, that is for each element A belongs to A, there exists a unique Q, B belongs to B. So this B belongs to B is denoted like this, F of A. That is the formal definition here. Let A and B are the non-empty sets. So it is a relation from A to B. So if for each element A belongs to A, there exists a unique Q, B belongs to B. So such that A comma B belongs to F. So then we can say that this F is a function. Then we can say that this F is a function. Okay. So these are the examples. So that means suppose here A, B, C is here, X, Y, Z is here. Now here A2 like this. Now this is what the function. Okay, this is what function. I know what is the definition of this image and pre-image. What is this image and pre-image? Here A to B is a function. So A comma B belongs to F. So రెండిట్లో ఏది image? Image is what? Pre-image is what? Here B is nothing but what and this is what? Image. This is what? Pre-image. Okay. Here ఎలా రాసాము? F of A equal to B. Now here A is called pre-image of B. B is what? Image of A. Okay. So then ఇలా కూడా చెప్పొచ్చు. A belongs to F inverse B. Or F inverse B equal to X. X belongs to A, where F of X equal to B. F of X equal to B. Okay. So this is what the image and pre-image. Okay. Here these all are the pre-images. These all are the images. Okay. That is like this. So F of A equal to X and F of B A equal to X comma Y. So ఇక్కడ ఏంటి F of A equal to X as well as F of A equal to Y. And F of X, F inverse X equal to A, F inverse Y equal to A. Okay. So this is what the function concept. Now ఇదే సేమ్ ని మనం domain, codomain and range. What is the domain and what is the codomain and what is the range? Now see here domain. Domain is what? Here A to B is a function. Suppose domain, codomain and range. So here if is some function from A to B, then A is called domain and B is called codomain. Then what is this range? Okay, here A to B is a function, then set of all images. That means set of all images of the element A, of the elements of A is called range of F. Set of all images of the elements of A is called range of f. Okay, that means here, for example, suppose range is a subset of the domain. So here range అనేది ఏంటి? This range is subset of or equal to that is domain. So ఇక్కడ range అనేది ఏంటి? That is f of a. Here set of all images of the elements of a. So set of all images of f of a. So these are subset or equal to codomain. Okay, so this is what the range. Now here suppose for example a equal to 1 2 3 4 and b equal to p q and r, then if is some relation that is 1q 2q 3p next 4q, then here f is a function. So first you can check whether it is a function or not. 1 2 3 4, so 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is what all domains have some images. Okay, then this is what function. Now ikkada here domain entandi, domain is what a and codomain is what andi b, and what is the range? Range equal to
Q.
what here? Range of f equal to cheppandi, range of f q q p
P.
q, that means p comma p comma q. So this p set of elements in range p comma q, these are subset are equal to what andi b. So domain is what p q r, that is range of f is subset or equal to b, that is set of all images of the elements of a. So a loni anni elements ki manaki enti images evaithe untayo, that set is called as range. So always this range is subset or equal to codomain. So this is what the range. So now we have discussed about different types of functions. Types of functions. So you know that what are the types of functions? That is 1 to 1, next many to 1, next on to, next 1 1 on to, 1 1 on to, next fifth one is many 1 on to, next sixth one is into, seventh one is 1 1 into, and eighth one is many 1 into. Okay, so here basically these are the four: 1 to 1, many to 1, on to, and into. So these are the two cases, that is 1 to 1 on to, many 1 on to, next 1 1 into, many 1 into. So first you can see what is 1 1. 1 1 function is what? Here 1 1 means ఇప్పుడు 1 1 అంటే మనకి that is different element of a have different element, that means there is a different element of a have different element in b. That is what f of x1 equal to f of x2, f of x1 equal to f of x2, therefore x1 equal to x2. That means pre-images. Okay, x1 and sorry, these are the images and these are the pre-images and then different elements. Here, suppose you can see like this. Here, 1, 2, 3, P, Q, R. So now here, here, and here. Suppose here S is there. So even though this is 1-to-1 relation. Suppose the relation is like this 1, 2, 3 and P, Q. So this is not a function. This is not function. Okay, suppose ఇది graphical representation లో చెప్పమంటే ఎలా చెప్తారు? Suppose ఇలా parabola ఇచ్చారు. Okay, suppose this is a parabola. Suppose you can draw some line intersecting this parabola parallel to x-axis. So ఇక్కడ intersecting points చూడండి. This is one point and this is one point. So ఇక్కడ intersecting points ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? 2 points. So this is not 1-to-1. Not 1-to-1. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి intersecting points అనేది ఏంటి? ఓన్లీ 1 ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే దీన్ని we can call it a 1-to-1. Suppose ఇలా రాసాం అనుకోండి. Suppose you can draw like this. Now this is a intersecting point is only 1. So now it is what? 1-to-1 relation. This is what the 1-to-1 relation. So ఇక్కడ ఈ 1-to-1 relation లో కౌంటింగ్ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. That is number of functions. That means how many 1-to-1 functions are formed. ఎన్ని 1-to-1 functions ని ఫార్మ్ చేయొచ్చు? So before that చూడండి, how many number of functions are formed? Total maximum total number of functions. Suppose here total number of maximum, total means maximum number of functions are possible with suppose here A and B are the non-empty sets, cardinality of A equal to M and cardinality of B equal to N. Okay, here the cardinality of A equal to M and cardinality of B equal to N. So ఇప్పుడు వీటిని బేస్ చేసుకొని మనకి ఎన్ని డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ని ఫార్మ్ చేయొచ్చు. How many different types of functions are formed? Means here n to the power of m. n to the power of m. So n to the power of m ఎలా చెప్తున్నాము? Means suppose like this. Suppose ఇక్కడ m number of elements ఉన్నాయి. Here n number of elements ఉన్నాయి. So compulsory మీకేంటి? Suppose ఇక్కడ ఒక 1 p ఉంది. Here 1, 2, 3 ఉన్నాయి. సో దీన్ని కూడా మనం రిలేషన్ అంటాం. దీన్ని దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో ఫంక్షన్. సపోజ్ ఇలా కూడా ఉండొచ్చు. ఓకే, దిస్ ఆల్సో అంటే ఇలా హౌ మెనీ పాసిబిలిటీస్, ఎన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు అంటే దట్ ఈస్ n to the power of m functions are there. Total number of functions with a equal that means the cardinality of with m elements in domain and n elements in codomain. Then that is the maximum is n to the power of m. Total functions. అలాగే partial functions అన్నాం అనుకోండి. So then partial functions nothing but partial functions include the pi also. అంటే empty. సో మనకి ఏ ఫంక్షన్ ఇలా ఉంది, ఏ వీటి మధ్యలో ఫంక్షన్ ఏం లేదు. సో దెన్ we can call this a pi. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందండి? n+1 అవుతుంది. n+1 whole to the power of m. So this is for the partial number of functions. So n to the power of m is for total and n+1 whole to the power of m is for partial. Total number of, first one is total number of functions of two sets equal to n to the power of m and partial, that is n+1 whole to the power of m. Okay, now 1-to-1 చూసాం ఇంతకు ముందు మనం. Okay, how many 1-to-1, how many 1-to-1 functions are possible? That is 1-to-1 functions are possible. So that is possible, that is npm. permutations, NPM. So means what అండి? Suppose here this is and this is. So ఇక్కడ మీకు NPM possibilities observe చేస్తే 1 2 3 is there. Suppose here PQ is there and S is there. So like this. Otherwise one మనకి సో దిస్ ఈజ్ 1 అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మనకి 1 to 1 లో 3 3. సో మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఎన్ని రిలేషన్స్ వస్తాయి ఇక్కడ మనకి అంటే ఇక్కడ దీని ఫార్ములా ఏంటి 3 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ బై 0 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ అంతే కదా. దట్ ఈస్ NPR మీన్స్ వాట్ అండి? n ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ డివైడెడ్ బై n మైనస్ r ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ ఇజంట్ ఇట్? NCR ఈక్వల్ టు వాట్ అండి?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, n factorial divided by n factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, ఇక్కడ మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే 3 factorial divided by 0 factorial nothing but 1. 3 factorial is in the sense what అండి? 3 into 2 into 1 means 6. సో ఎలా 6 చెప్తున్నానంటే here suppose 1 to p like this, otherwise ఇలా ఉండొచ్చు. ఓకే 1 and this one ఇది ఒక పాసిబిలిటీ. సో అట్లా మనకి 3 ఉంది. సో 3 ఫస్ట్ 2 సెకండ్ అండ్ లైక్ దిస్ లాస్ట్. సో ఇలా మనకి ఎన్ని పాసిబిలిటీస్ రావచ్చు అంటే 6 పాసిబిలిటీస్ రావచ్చు, 6 ఫంక్షన్స్ రావచ్చు. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఫర్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్, దట్ మీన్స్ కౌంటింగ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అంటాము. టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఇస్ 2 to n to the power of m. పార్షియల్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఆర్ n plus 1 to the whole to the power of n. 1 to 1 is nothing but NPM. Okay, so the next function is what? Many to 1. Now next one is the many to 1. Shall I stop here or continue?
Tomorrow continue చేద్దాం ma'am.
సరే.